Chair recognizes the gentleman from Paulding. Representative Richardson, Speaker of the House, please give me your attention.
Well, I know everybody's thanked all the people who did the hard work on this, but I don't think anybody's done or said what needs to be said. I don't think you could find a better representative or a better person who has worked any harder or been more dedicated to trying to come up with a solution to transportation in this state than Vance Smith. And I just want to say thank you, Vance Smith, for staying with the job. You know, we all could learn from that. He could have gotten down after what happened this year and quit. He just got more determined to do something. I showed up at the Transportation Study Committee this summer and I told one of my favorite stories of all time that my father tells often. It's the story that Jerry Clower tells about the Ledbetters. And I'm going to tell it again because I like to tell it. Seems Marcel Ledbetter went with some boys out raccoon hunting and they treed what they thought to be a raccoon. And they couldn't get the raccoon down out of the tree. And Marcel said he would climb up in the tree and get the raccoon down. And so he climbed the tree. And he got up on that limb, and there was the awfulest noise you'd ever heard in your life. Screaming and yelling and clawing, and Marcel yelling. And finally it got a little quiet after a few minutes. And they said, Marcel, what do you want us to do? And he said, shoot up here. And they said, Marcel, we cannot shoot up in the tree. We might hit you. And he said, just shoot up here amongst us and give one of us some relief. Because up in that tree was not a raccoon, it was a lynx. And it had gotten the best of Marcel Ledbetter. I spoke to the Transportation Study Committee. I said, when it comes to transportation, 2 observations. Just shoot up amongst us and give somebody some relief. We've been stifled for too long with doing nothing. And we've sat and talked about it and talked about it. And if you say you're opposed to this, show me the plan you've offered to do something. And if you've offered nothing, shame on you. It's time to lead and do something. And I told the Transportation Committee I was willing to do anything except continue to do nothing. And I committed to the Transportation Committee that I would use every ounce of my being to get before you and give you a chance to do something. You have it today, a chance to do something. And it's the only chance you're going to have. I listened to one person say, why now? Why would we do it now? Because if we don't, we're going to be going home next Friday and doing nothing. We've done nothing the whole time, and that's what's about to happen right here, right now. If you vote against this, you're voting to do nothing. Day before yesterday, I have a son that plays baseball. And you know, there's very few things that give me more satisfaction than watching my kids play sports. I have missed virtually every one of his baseball games this year. I missed one week before last, 2/3 of it, because I couldn't get there for traffic. Tuesday afternoon, he had a game at 5 o'clock in Cobb County, Georgia. In case some of y'all that don't know that, that's only 15 miles from right here. I have a state trooper that drives me. And I said, let's make sure we're not late to that 5 o'clock game. Let's leave the Capitol for that 15-mile drive that should take 15 minutes. Let's leave at 15 minutes till 4. And we did. We left the capital of the state of Georgia at 15 minutes to 4. And I missed the first pitch again. As I sat in traffic on I-75 and took 1 hour and 30 minutes to cover 15 miles from the capital of Atlanta to a ball field in Cobb County. And you can laugh and you can snicker and you can do nothing. But I'm going to tell you what. As I sat in that traffic and looked at those people, I asked myself this question. How much money is this costing us in lost productivity? How much are people paying right now for people to sit still in cars? What is it costing in money? And then I thought of the other side. How many people are missing a part of their family's lives? How many people could be home with their family or at the ball game with their son that are sitting in traffic? And I said, it's time. It's time we do something. All over this state, millions of people sit in various forms of traffic. And it's killing us. It's clogging our arteries, just like heart disease does. And yes, news flash to everybody. If you want to do something about transportation, it is going to cost money. Nothing in life's free, and somebody's got to pay for it. Who better to decide if you pay for it than the people in a region? There's some of my colleagues that say, oh, this is a tax increase. You know what? If that's where you want to run and hide, go hide. But you got elected to lead. And the only thing you're doing is letting the people decide if they want to keep sitting in those cars and missing those ball games and those suppers and the time with their family and the time away from the work and the stress that comes with it, or if you want to do something about traffic congestion, traffic relief in this state. You're going to get to vote in just a second. I'm not going to have the final word. The distinguished chair of transportation is. But I hope when he sits down and you get a chance to vote, you decide to let the people of Georgia vote in their regions if they want to do something or keep doing nothing. I think it's time to do something. Thank you.